Tetrio Season 2 has been officially completely rolled out, with all the major updates revealed to us. TETRA LEAGUE now has some significant changes, the most prominent change being the new back-to-back surge attack, which we will get into later, a whole new rank, a new TR formula, and much more small details that I will try my best to cover. So lock in and listen up, because Season 2 has a whole lot of changes packed into it. If you haven't already seen my video on Quick Play, go check it out because I will only be covering TETRA LEAGUE in this video. Anyways, let's get started right away. The first thing you will most likely notice, if you haven't already, is that you are unranked, and it should remind you of those days when you first played TETRA LEAGUE and started off as a C- player. But anyways, the TR range is still the same, so the minimum is 0 and the max is 25,000 TR. However, the higher ranks have more room for top players, and the median TR is now 10,000, which means the average player should be around A- compared to the Season 1's average rank of around S. There's also a new rank called X+, and holy hell, the design on that goes hard. Only 0.2% of players can be X+, so I can only dream of getting that rank. Okay, now let's get into the gameplay itself. Of course, the back-to-back surge is the most unique out of all. It's a little different than quick play. In TETRA LEAGUE, once you reach ×4 back-to-back, you'll have 4 lines charged up and ready to send, increasing by 1 each time you back-to-back. The sent attack will then be split into 3 pieces. In quick play, you only have 1 line charged up when you reach ×4. Back-to-back used to have this extra garbage sent the higher your back-to-back chain was, so if you had like a back-to-back of 1,371, which let's be real, you will not achieve, has an additional 8 lines added to your attack. However, the new season does not have this, and instead you'll have the charged attack. All spins will count towards back-to-back, but they are only counted as minis, so you'll be sending 1 line for doing an all spin. All clears used to send 3 lines, which is crazy, but now it's 5 lines, which should be a little more balanced. And they also count towards back-to-back, and they don't count as 2 back-to-back anymore. And if you look at the patch notes, there's a feature that says this: for the first 14 pieces, if the amount of garbage pending in your queue is greater than the amount of garbage you have sent, you will be able to cancel double the lines. Now this can be a little confusing, so let me demonstrate. So you can see here, I've only placed 6 pieces, but I've sent 0 lines. So because this is within the first 14 pieces, I'm able to cancel double the lines. So this T-spin will actually cancel 8 lines instead of 4. And remember, you can only do this if you have more garbage than lines you have sent. Also, you are finally able to reconnect to your match. Everyone with bad Wi-Fi can now rise up, because you don't have to panic whenever you disconnect now.
What?
However, you can only reconnect once, and you'll have at minimum 45 seconds to reconnect. But worst of all, the longer you are disconnected, the more points that your opponent gets. Because as long as you're disconnected, your opponent will slowly gain points over time. Also, the amount of time you have to reconnect is dependent on how far ahead you were in score. So if you were going 6-0, you'd probably have a lot more time to reconnect. And that is pretty much all for TETRA LEAGUE Season 2. Not as huge of a change compared to quick play, but still a considerable change to most likely change the meta. Also, a little side note, Tetra Channel now has this feature where you're able to see your TR change over time, and the match history is now available forever, with more stats per round. So, you know, pretty nice addition. Anyways, that is all that I know about Season 2, and I hope you enjoyed, and I hope my guide has helped you understand all the changes a little deeper.